Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, hey, Grubgun here. I'm back. Um, this is gonna be really short because attention span of viewers, etc. Even though I had 2 new people comment and watch my out and about video, so I don't need you to watch it. I've got new people watching my fucking out and about videos, which is mind-boggling because basically I'm walking around talking about how I'm gonna rock a piss somewhere, or I don't know where I am, and I have no information about the whereabouts around me, or I have no idea even what the place is called most of the time. But people still watched it, so fuck. I was going through this thing the other day. I was like, you know what? Why the fuck am I even bothering? Nobody fucking pays any attention to this bullshit anyway. You'd rather watch people who, wash, rinse, repeat their shit all the time. They don't ever go out, and if they do, they're trying out some new kind of tech that they fucking give up on in fucking 3 weeks because the, attention span of a gnat. And, it's just, I don't know, man. But I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I have this awesome camera. I really like filming. I like fucking reliving the experiences myself, I never watch the fucking pickup videos again because who gives a shit about that? I am the pickup video. But the out and about shit, the footage is really good. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. So I bought another battery, so I have 3 batteries, so I never have a fucking problem with the thing dying while I'm out filming. I'm having a good time filming. I've got a lot of shit to film and a whole bunch of stuff to fucking look forward to. That's the thing. I'm enjoying myself, I don't have just dead eyes sitting in front of a fucking shelf of games. Dead eyes. The same shit for 10 years. Oh, I've never changed. Fuck. This is the thing. You gotta fucking grow. You've gotta learn. You've gotta expand. You've gotta, do shit. And, granted, I'm still making the same shitty pickup videos, but I'm fucking out doing shit. 51 fucking years old almost in a week, and I'm still out and about fucking walking around more than people who are 25. Anyway, I shouldn't be bitching. Anyway, so a little while ago, Xenoblade 3 was announced, and I cannot stress to you how much I really loved the first Xenoblade game. Now, I'm not a fucking JRPG guy. I'm not a fucking... I don't like grinding in a video game. I just don't like that shit. But Xenoblade, it fucking grabbed me, and it kept me absorbed for almost 100 hours. It took me to finish that game. And I loved the grind. I loved the fucking fighting and leveling up and all that shit. I really enjoyed it. And so Xenoblade 3 was announced, and I was like, fuck, I haven't played Xenoblade 2. But, I wanted a physical copy of this game. Now, this is the thing. I'm not one for talking about fucking physical copies of games and how, the digital is just as good because whatever. But for, my old school brain wanted a fucking physical copy of Xenoblade 2. And I'm looking online, and this is a limited fucking print game. It isn't from limited fucking whatever, print games or whatever that place is called, but it's a limited... They didn't make a lot of these fucking games, apparently, because all the nerdballs bought them, and most of the people who have it probably haven't fucking played it. It's just sitting on their shelf for the old, fucking Rosie Palmer and her 5 sisters fucking scenario. But I really wanted to play it, and so I was like, fuck, I want a physical copy of this game. And there's this company in Canada called PNP Games. And I recently saw a tweet that was like, hey, before you guys fucking play Xenoblade 3, or before Xenoblade 3 comes out, if you haven't played Xenoblade 2, we have physical copies of it for fucking retail price, instead of these cocksuckers who've bought it and fucking gouged the shit out of it on every other thing. And I sat on that for a while. I was like, shit, dude, do I need to do this? And then eventually I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And I got a fucking physical copy of Xenoblade 2. And she's all in there, you know, the no manual, and the little postage stamp. But holy shit, man, can I not wait to play this? I don't want to jump into this right now because I want to pad it out. Because once I start playing this, I'm gonna fucking just, this is my life. And so, but the thing is like, I'm going to Vancouver in a month. The end of March, I'm on a fucking airplane. So I don't want to, like last time when I fucking was playing the first Xenoblade, I left for 3 weeks while playing it, and then had to come back and fucking start playing it again. And I was like, shit, I don't want to do that. I want to like actually fucking physically sit down and finish this game. But here's the thing, like physical copies of games, like, so they've discontinued like support on the eShop for 3DS and Wii U, which means that you can only use physical copies of games after that, right? You're done. And I'm like, shit, you know, the 3DS, I really enjoyed playing the 3DS, but there's a whole bunch of games on there that I have not played. So I've been fucking looking at, like, cartridge versions of the 3DS games I've wanted to play. Now, I know I have a fucking ROM card for that, but I left it in Vancouver. I don't have it here. So, I mean, I'll grab it when I'm there, but fuck me, like, it was actually like, I've literally been looking on eBay and fucking Amazon and, you know, other websites for physical copies of 3DS games. You know, this guy, the guy who fucking was really mad at Nintendo for the longest time. And now I've been like, thinking, okay, you guys, if you're not going to support the 3DS anymore, this guy's got to support it himself. And I haven't even fucking played a 3DS game, and I can't even tell you how long. So it's weird to like be on that, like have that focus of like, oh shit, I gotta get me some fucking 3DS cartridges pronto. You know, I didn't have a lot of fucking 3DS games when I was playing the 3DS. So like now it's like, oh shit, I've got to really like I've got a year before they stop supporting this thing. And there's maybe 10 or 12 games I want to play. But even still, that's 10 or 12 games I don't have. So, like I said, I'm going to have to fucking find my ROM card when I'm in fucking Vancouver and, like, do the ROMs and fucking find the ROMs online and shit like that. And I know everyone's like, Jeremy, that's stealing. Fuck off. Like I said, I support stealing. Stealing, if you know, this is the thing, like, that's how you make a have out of a fucking have-not, is by fucking stealing shit. You know, all you people who pay for Netflix, I mean, what the fuck, dude? There's streaming services on the internet that are free. I watch the same shit as you, at the same time as you, without paying for it. I'm just paying for my regular internet, which, you know, if I could steal that, I'd fucking steal that. But anyway, so I was playing this, Dying Light, the following. I guess the following is the, what do you call it? DLC fucking thing. Now, this game is fine. It's fine. But I got a problem with this game. And my problem is that, you know, sure, it's an open world game, you get to do whatever you want, you run around, you do missions, blah blah blah, like every fucking open world game. It's fine. Everything, you know, is good, you know, you loot things, you do, but the whole thing is that you're in a world where there's a whole bunch of fucking crazy zombies running around, different kinds, of course, ones that have like a fucking horseshoe crab on their head, one that's got like a refrigerator in its shoulder, you know, one that's got like a fucking, you know, a spiral, on it, and it's like, oh look, it's a spiral one, I gotta do a special thing to do it. The problem with this game is you're the fucking character and you're running around trying to help people. But the thing is the situation in the game is hopeless. It's hopeless. You have no chance of making any difference, except for in small cases like, oh, you gotta get the medicine to this fucking group of 10 people, so you can help 10 people. But you're not helping anyone else. Like, it just feels fucking hopeless. You're on the fucking horn with some kind of, you know, military group that you're a part of, and they're like, you gotta go and kill this lady because she's, you know, you gotta go talk to this guy, but you need to kill this lady to do it. And I'm just like, you know what? This is fucking the worst. Like, every other game that's open world where you're running around doing shit, it feels hopeless, but there's always, like, some situation in the game where you are given hope. In this, you're not given any hope. It's just over and over and over again, fucking fetch quests where it's like, help, I'm trapped in a building and I can't get out because there's 50 zombies, and my kid is fucking been kidnapped by a crazy guy, and you gotta go and help him. And it's basically you just go around fucking killing a bunch of fucking people or fucking zombies. And it's not like, you know, it's not like the zombies don't respawn. You know, if they didn't respawn, if it was a fucking, you know, a situation where you could kill the zombies off and, like, clear an area and the zombies are never there, or they have to wander in from another area. Nope. You come back, they're all fucking back again. So it's not like you're doing anything. And your weapons run out, so you have to fucking keep fixing your fucking weapons. You only have 3 repairs on your... You never feel like... The skill tree, you never feel like you're getting any stronger. It's like, oh, look, you opened the skill tree up. You can do a slide kick. Yeah, do a slide kick. Or you can do a jump kick. Yeah, great. So you incapacitate one zombie for 4 seconds. Meanwhile, you're fucking swarmed by a bunch of other zombies, and it's just like, it just feels hopeless. So I was just like, you know what, fuck this. I don't want to play a game where the whole fucking situation is that you're gonna die anyway, and everyone you're trying to help is gonna die. 100%. There's no chance that, like, the city that this takes place in, and I don't give a fuck, like, if you know, there's Dying Light 2, and I've seen footage of this, and it's the same situation. You're running around, there's a guy with a spiral, there's the guy with the fridge, there's the guy, a new guy, and, you know, he's got a fucking, you know, 2 baseball hats on, fucking with the brim pointed in different directions, and it's like, these fucking zombies, like, who gives a shit? Who fucking cares? Like, let the fucking, everyone's gonna die in this fucking game, including the people you're trying to help. Just fucking who cares? Everyone's despondent. Oh, they're all sitting there. Those are the NPC fucking conversations where it's like, oh, I can't believe it. Oh, my wife's dead. It's like, yeah, fuck. Both my kids are missing. Yeah, this is great. Oh, what a joyous fucking situation you're in. Fuck off. So I'm just like, you know what? Fuck that. I don't want to fucking play this game. And, you know, I only paid like $10 for it, so I don't give a shit. But you know what? Whack. Fuck off. So I was like, oh, I want to play something nice. So I actually put the Untitled Goose Game in. I don't know if you can see these, if there's a glare on them or whatever. It doesn't matter. Put Untitled Goose Game in. Fucking love this. This is great. This is a wonderful game. Like, you know, just sitting around casually honking at people, stealing their shit, you know, helping people out by stealing their shit and wrecking their day and stuff like that. I didn't 100% it. There's a bunch of stuff that I can still do in this. But this is another situation where, you know, physical copy of the game, and I was like really happy, even though it only took me like 2 hours to finish the fucking game. I dig this, you know, I really like having this game, you know. This is one of those situations where, you know, like, I'm basically contradicting most of the stuff that I fucking always say. It's like, you know, just play on the ROM or blah blah blah, or download it. It's $3 on Steam, why spend $20 on it in a fucking physical copy? And it's like, you know what, fuck it, I don't care. I don't care. You know, whatever. I also played this for a while. Now, it has elements of proper Ace Combat in it, but there's too many, like, gimmicks in this where it's like, you can get in a dogfight mode, and you can get into fucking There's just like crazy modes in this game, and yes, the helicopter shit is all on rail. You are just a gunner in a fucking helicopter shooting a bunch of, oh, we got a missile coming in to the right, and it's like, come on now. This is, if you're calling this an Ace Combat game, there's maybe 25% of this is a proper Ace Combat game. So, I'll keep playing it. It's fun on the 360. I really like it, but yeah, fuck it. I can't be bothered, right? So today I'm loading up this Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm loading this prick up because I'm gonna play this, probably finish it before I go to Vancouver, and just hammer away at this for a while. I need to play this. I want to get through it. It's something that I like, Assassin's Creed games, and so I'm gonna play this. I've been told things like, "Oh, you should get the DLC and fuck off." How about that? Fuck off. I'm not gonna get the fucking DLC for it. Unless it's fucking free or $2. I'm not getting the fucking DLC for it. Most of the fucking Assassin's Creed DLC feels like bullshit. The Origins fucking DLC? That shit was whack, dude. Whack. I'm not fucking playing that shit. So, I want to play the base game, blah, blah, blah. Probably take me fucking 100 hours to finish this game. But still, I don't mind pouring into it. I mean, the weather outside, you saw, -24. This whole week, the weather's just been the shits, dude. It went from like +15 to fucking -25, dude. And then snowed for like 2 days. There was no snow on the fucking ground. All of a sudden, it snowed for 2 days. I mean, Jesus Christ. Come on, guys. And I wanted to really be like, oh, this is gonna be a great week. I got I got a new battery. I want to go and film a couple places that I've never been before. Be really fun. It fucking gets piss cutter fucking wind running through town, and it's colder than a fucking witch's tit out there. Fuck off. It's my birthday coming up on the fucking 27th. And I was like, it's finally gonna warm up on that day, so maybe I can get out on Sunday or Monday. But like, shit, I haven't left the house in 3 days. I'm just like, fuck it. Why bother going outside to kill my fucking self? You gotta dress up like a goddamn, it's 12 layers of fucking clothes, and as soon as you walk into the store, they got the fucking heat pump 90, so you're sweating bullets as soon as you walk into any place. It's like, fuck that. I'm not gonna be bothered. But yeah, I got some shit going on, like I said, fucking Vancouver's coming up in a month, and I'm looking forward to that, and then I'm gonna fly back. And then I have this provisional plan where a couple weeks after that I'm flying back to Vancouver, and then me and my sister are going to road trip in her car, so I don't have to fucking rent a car. We're going to road trip from Vancouver to Calgary, because she wanted to come to Calgary to fucking visit and see my place and see Calgary. So we road trip back. That way I can bring my shit that I've left in Vancouver to here, you know what I mean, ulterior motive. And stop in all the thrift stores along the way and just enjoy myself, have a chill time. Then after that, maybe I'll get a job or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But yeah, it's going really good. I'm really enjoying myself. I can't complain about my life. I just really can't complain. But yeah, so that's about it. There's nothing else going on. I could probably ramble on endlessly forever. The streams that I was doing, I got pissed off last time because fucking nobody showed up to the stream. I'm like, you guys, you fucking seriously? This is the thing. Shit or get off the pot, guys. Like, seriously. You'll watch fucking also-rans and fucking shit like that. Fucking sit there and do nothing for 4 hours. But I try and entertain you guys. I get fucking squat in fucking as repayment. So that's the thing. I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't give a fuck. But you guys, it's you, the home viewer, that have to pick up your game. Or just go ahead and keep watching the fucking same old bullshit, other people's bullshit. I don't care. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I know what the fucking deal is. Anyway, it's been Grubgun. Signing out. What is it? 20 minutes at 1.25 speed.
20 minutes would be what?
15 minutes? I don't know. Who cares?